In the wake of being humiliated by Souths 5 days earlier, Parramatta had the perfect chance to regain respect against a Manly outfit who were not only steaming towards a top 2 finish, but were primed to perform for Anthony Watmoe, who was making his 200th appearance in the maroon and white. The Eels' battered confidence was partially restored by a couple of early penalty goals to Luke Burt, with the second of them coming after Kieran Foran was accused of a grapple tackle. Manly then found themselves grappling with a shock double-digit deficit after former Eagle Chris Hicks swooped on a Steve Matai shocker.
He beat Foran, Matai is there, and Robertson can't stop him either. Hicks scores for Parramatta.
That was a stark reminder to the boys from Brookie that this would not be an easy trip west. And it took 22 minutes for them to find a spark, which came courtesy of Daly Cherry Evans.
They came up too early. Parramatta, Cherry Evans for the corner. Grabs Manly's first try of the night. They paid the price for coming up too quickly, Parramatta on that left edge.
It may have been second versus second last on the ladder. However, Parramatta's sheer enthusiasm went a long way towards making up for that gulf.
Now Burt, what a ball for Ryan Morgan. He scores in the corner. It was a terrific play by Parramatta.
The Blue and Golds were entertaining try number 3 via Ben Smith, but
Smith goes through the hole but drops the pass.
Knock on, no advantage.
It was a terrific ball by Luke Burt.
No advantage.
Michael Robertson might have saved his side from copping an even bigger roasting from Des Hasler, who famously unhinged a dressing room door on his previous trip to Parramatta. But the boss still had every right to give them a serve on the end of a 14-6 scoreline. The second half swiftly developed into an exhibition of self-destruction, and the Eels have become experts in that field.
Now Matai picks it up. Well, what happened there for Parramatta?
Despite there being a suspicion of a minute knock-on by Steve Matai, the Kiwi centre got the verdict from video judge Chris Ward. And he was on the spot again soon after when the Eels imploded once more.
Chris Hicks in a world of trouble! More than a world of trouble! Matai can't believe his luck!
A benevolent Para had just donated the lead to a club they're supposed to hate. But it was Cherry Evans, not Charity, responsible for the next one.
Still going. Lyon back on the inside. He gives it to Stewart. Stand and applaud. How good does it get from the Manly Sea Eagles? Cherry Evans.
With a buffer of 2 converted tries, Manly seemed to be motoring home without too much trouble, until Justin Horrow jumped on the end of Jared Haynes' stab kick with 2 minutes left, and then on the last play of a somewhat bizarre match, Hayne took the high road.
Golden point resting on Manly defusing the bomb. It bounced up for Luke Burt, who had a chance. Manly couldn't defuse it, and it bounced up for Burt, who saw it bounce off his body, and Manly win what turns out to be a thriller.
Luke Burt was left to lament an unexpected opportunity to force extra time, but the Eels only had themselves to blame for throwing away what may well have been the season's biggest upset, with Manly triumphant, but definitely not convincing, 26 points to 20. David Rollins, Big Pond Sport.